And so today, I want you to remember that you are the light of God. You are the light of the world, which means that in your light, you can eliminate all darkness from your life. And when we talk about darkness, we're talking about the confusion, the doubt, the fear, the worry, the indecision of your life, the things that come into your world that do not seem like they are bringing light, do not seem like they are bringing joy. As we come to light our candle today, remember that you carry a light within you. You carry a great light within you, and that light is radiant. That light is inspirational to everyone around you and to yourself. When you look back at yourself, we don't do this enough. Looking back at ourselves, looking back at our lives, looking back at the things that we've overcome, and give ourselves credit for everything that we have gone through so far. That is the light in you. So know that it is eliminating any darkness in your world. So friends, today I encourage you, I implore you, to move as the light of your great God, and know that you are beautiful in this light. Would you affirm that with me? I move as the light of a great God.
I move as the light of a great God.
And I am beautiful. Touch your face and say, I am beautiful. So you have to know that you are beautiful now. You have to know that there is a light in you that is shining, that is illuminating your world. And in this illumination, it means a new shining into your world. Even the marriage that you've had for 24 years, there is new love that you can share. There is a new lighting in that world, in all your relationships, a new light, a new revealing in your love, in your fulfillment, in your success, in all the things that you see for your life, your relationships, your friendships, everything now. There is a new light that is shining in that situation, in that world. So friends, let love be more than it can ever be in you. Let love be more than it ever was in you right here and right now. And know that as you move in this love, it brings out that light into the world. It leads you through any dark times. It leads you into what you want to experience in your highest good, in your God self. I always like to say to see yourself as a star in the sky, shining among millions. I will never forget my first time in Jamaica. I think I've told this story here before, but my best friend and I, we would take the lawn chairs out to the shore as the water was coming up onto the shore, and we would just sit there and look at the stars. And when you try to just focus on one star in the heavens on a beautiful, clear night, it's like you're in the beginning of the Star Wars movie where you're just like zooming through the stars. You can't really focus on just one. And it always reminds me, I always think that everyone should at least see a starry night up on a mountain or something like that, and should also see the dawn of a new day, because it reminds you how special you are. It reminds you that there are millions of things in this universe, millions of stars in this universe, and then there is you. Just as important, individual, but just as brilliant. Individual, but just as important, because if God made the stars in the sky, what about us, God's highest creation? There is so much more for us to experience, so much more for us to live, so much more for us to be in this world. So even with the billions, now there's 8 billion people in the world and still climbing, we are still special. We are still important. We are still wonderful in God's sight. But we also forget our brilliance in experience. Because of experience, because of interactions that we have with people that do not know their true self, that do not know that they have a light within them, it diminishes our light. But we must know that the light of God shines in any darkness in our world, even the dark people in our world, the dark situations in our world. Life is almost like the days of the week. Some days are sunny, and we see the sun and we know that it is there. But some days are cloudy. Some days are rainy, some days have hurricanes and tornadoes. We pray for those all over the country that experience those devastating tornadoes and hurricanes this week. It was crazy that one storm was done and they said another one's coming, that's going to be even worse. And thank God it wasn't as bad. We even have someone on our praise report that had some damage, but everything is good, right? So we continue to pray for that. But as we look at our own lives, we see that this happens in our life. When the sunny days are there, when we know that God is working, the people in our life are saying the right things, we catch the bus on time, we get to work on time, we do things on time. Those are the sunny days and we know that God is working. But what about the cloudy days? What about the storms that come into our life? You must remember that even though you may not see the sun, it is always still there. It's just like you're in an airplane and the pilot says we have to go, there's a storm, we have to go above the storm. You can see the clouds, you can see the storm, but once you go above those clouds, you realize that the sun is still shining. Today I want you to remember to look above your darkness, to look above your fear, to look above your doubt. Even the moon, even at night, the moon is actually reflecting the sun. So there is always that sun. There is always that connection to light, which means that there is always God. So friends, as you go through your situations, know that there is always God. There is always that light within you, and that light is your great support system in this world. That light is your support system within the mind of God, within the life of God, within the energy of God, within the body and the mind of God, within the world of God. You are not separated from that light. I think of people that experience breast cancer. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And I always think about breast cancer survivors. That's why you see I'll be wearing the pink, and even in front of here we have the pink ribbons and things like that to celebrate people who have gone through breast cancer and survived it. But one thing I love about breast cancer, as I grew up, I started hearing the language change about breast cancer and cancer in the whole. But they went from, oh my God, it's a death sentence, to understanding the power of their affirmation. You talk to a lot of breast cancer survivors or people that are even going through it, right? And they are powerful in their devotion to health. They know that the cancer is in their body, but they don't allow it to take over their body. They know that there is something great and wonderful. They're even called women warriors. But we know that breast cancer is not exclusive to women. Men, we have to do our checks too. We have to check ourselves, right? But we have to affirm health and also do our self-examinations. Now, one might say, if you're depending on God, if you're reliant on God, why do you have to do self-examinations? God is just going to take care of everything. Well, because we have to pay attention to our world. We have to pay attention to our body. The excitement that we have for healing, the excitement that we have to affirm health in our body must also be tempered with wisdom. The month of enthusiasm, zeal and enthusiasm must always be tempered with wisdom. So we can live cautiously, but not afraid. Cautiously, but not afraid. And in that, we don't have to overwhelm ourselves. We can take one thing at a time. And this is the thing, someone asked me about meditation. I'm going to start meditation courses online, and you can do it at your own pace. But the one thing about meditation that people don't seem to understand, because they say that when I sit down and I try to calm myself, still my mind, all these thoughts come up. And what do I do with these thoughts? Oh, I don't get to meditate. That is the meditation. Because those thoughts are coming up in your mind, it means that those are the things that you have to work through. Take that into your meditation and know that you are coming out the other side blessed and healed, right? You have to focus on one thing at a time. And in these focusing exercises, whether they be meditation, whether they be prayer, whether they be just sitting, having a cup of coffee and getting your mind together, it is important for you to take time out to really review the love within your soul, really review the God within your very spirit. Gandhi once famously said, I have much to accomplish today. I must meditate for 2 hours instead of 1. He's teaching us here that the more that you have to do outside is the more that you have to build your soul, your insides within. Life happens in our soul. Don't let outside influence the God within you. Don't live outside of the God within you. Let every experience bring the light of the bigger picture, the bigger love, the bigger light that you must experience in your world. And as you do this, friends, you can let your prayer requests be specific to growth. You can let the words that you're speaking for your future, for your world, be specific to your enlightenment, to your love, to your prosperity. I grew up with a lot of Catholics in my life. A lot of my family was into the Catholic Church, and friends I had that were Catholic, and I was in the choir in middle school. We used to sing at the Catholic Church. And the one thing I picked up from the Catholics is their use of saints. Everything is a saint, right? There is even now a new saint, a new millennial saint, Carlo Acutis. He is the patron saint of the internet. He was a 15-year-old boy that passed away of leukemia, and he was just moved into sainthood, right? So there's all these saints that are specific. There's even a saint for gambling, right? So when they go to the casino in Atlantic City or Vegas, right? Well, I think every state has a casino now. There's a casino down the street. But they put the saint there, and they're praying for gambling, right? But at the end of the day, it is only a focusing exercise. They are saying that this is what I want to accomplish in my life, and whatever the energy, and that energy is in that statue for them, but whatever the energy, it must bring what I want. It is only a focusing exercise. But here is the trick about what I love about metaphysics. Can we have faith without the symbolism? Can we have faith with, and it's good to have something that you can touch and see, because it focuses you, but can we have that focus from within our very spirit? Can we realize that the treasure of unanswered prayer is us? We are the treasure of unanswered prayer. We are our own salvation. So as we continue working with this now, as we continue knowing that the unanswered prayer, the treasure of God, the treasure of the world is within our very soul, we can make our requests for good into the universe and know that the universe hears and delivers our very word. We can make every prayer, every word that we speak, wanting our good life in this world, and know that it is always multiplying in great and wonderful ways. So affirm with me, I make my request for good, in the universe. The universe hears and delivers. One more time, the universe hears and delivers. So it means now that you never have to claim darkness as a full and lasting reality in your world. The darkness might come. Again, there'll be clouds, there'll be dark days, but what will you be in those clouds, in those dark days? You must realize that darkness, not claiming it as a reality, means that you know that it is a temporary condition that you are totally equipped to overcome. Can you see this for yourself? Can you see this for your light? Can you know always that the Son of God, the light of God, the light of ultimate possibilities shines behind you always, shines within you always, shines above you always, shines as you always. In the scripture reading that we just read in Ephesians chapter 5, verse 8, it says, "For once you were darkness, and now you are light." You are the light in the Lord. Walk as children of light. Live as though you are native of light. The effect of light is all goodness, all righteousness, and all truth. What a word, truth. Because we have to tell the truth about our world. But it brings goodness in our world. Knowing that we are the light brings good feelings into the world, brings good energy into our existence. It brings righteousness, which means not only good things in our world, but the right things in our world. The things that lead us and put us on the right path for our fulfillment, for our development, the right thoughts, the right people, the right actions in our world, but also truth. Getting to the nitty-gritty of our feelings, of our mistakes. Not realizing that we are failures because of our mistakes, but knowing that we are successful because of our mistakes. We are successful because God is always working through us, even through those mistakes. But we have to tell the truth. The truth is our only real salvation. Doesn't John chapter 8 say that the truth will set you free? If you want to be saved from darkness, you have to tell the truth about what that darkness means in your life. You have to tell the truth to eliminate darkness in your world. You must shine a light, and that means be truthful in your darkness. Be truthful about what that darkness means in your world, what it means for yourself, for your beliefs, what it means for your actions, what it means for your goals, what it means for your life. The description is in psychology, you have to peel the onion back. If you've ever handled an onion, you know that as soon as you open it, you start to cry, right? So the emotions will come, tears will come, sadness will come, but you can get through it. There is always a light that comes into your life. We see the old cartoons when someone had an idea, what happens? A light bulb appears above their head because there is a lighting up of a new consciousness, a lighting up of a new idea. Friends, that is happening to us right here and right now. There's a reason why hard times are called difficulties. Because the thing is that when we have these dark times, have these hard times in our world, it is difficult to live in those dark times. And it is also not only having the dark times come to us, sometimes it stays so long that we become dark ourselves. That we are so much in darkness that we become dark in the thoughts that we think, in the way that our body expresses in this world. But let there be a constant working out of the self. Friends, today I speak the word in you that if you are experiencing darkness, there is a constant working and improving of yourself, a constant improving of your potential. Keep at your good. It is the most difficult thing that you will ever do in your world, keeping yourself positive, keeping yourself motivated in this world. That's why I like to call these motivational messages and not just a sermon, because everybody in the world can relate to times of darkness. Everyone in the world can relate to times where you don't feel like your absolute best. If you are on social media, hopefully you follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Black Diamond Worldwide Outreach. We post inspirational memes throughout the week to keep ourselves encouraged, because sometimes you can't make it to Sunday. You need some inspiration during the week. But one of the memes that we posted this week says, switch your mentality from I'm broken and helpless to I'm growing and healing. Imagine that switch in consciousness today. That we can look at the broken pieces. Iyanla Vanzant has a book called Peace from Broken Pieces. And she wrote that after she lost, I believe it was her daughter, right? And her world was scattered all over. And she was broken and helpless. Now she can say that I am growing and healing. So friends, it means that when that darkness comes, when the doubt comes, when the fear comes, you have to be gentle with yourself, especially on those hard days. You have to be gentle with yourself. I say treat yourself. Go to the mall, get you some ice cream or whatever your favorite food is. If you don't have the money for it, then do something free, even a walk in the park. Just again, looking at the stars, looking at the sun, just looking at nature can bring something good in your world. You have to be gentle with yourself, especially on those hard days. Don't lose yourself. Protect your heart, protect your soul, protect your spirit. Listen to yourself. Don't ever think that you are too stupid or don't know enough to get through any situation. Listen to yourself. The intuition is all within you. Allow yourself to move forward. Give yourself credit for what you have gone through. Forgive yourself, believe in yourself, and most of all, love yourself through the darkness. Know that you have unbelievable courage and strength within you, and that unbelievable courage, that unbelievable strength becomes the incredible light of intuition. It becomes the incredible light of representation in this world. Because friends, today, you represent God's good. You represent God's light. You represent God's power. You represent God's prosperity and love. Can you, within this month of enthusiasm, boldly represent God's direction in you? Can you boldly represent the light, the power, the prosperity, the love, and know that wherever you go, you are a representation of God's wonderful life? Would you affirm that with me? I boldly represent God's light.
I boldly represent God's light.
I boldly represent God's power. I boldly represent God's prosperity. I boldly represent God's love. How wonderful is that? So now that we have spoken these words out into the universe, we're going out to catch up with our dream now. So it means that our behavior from this point forward matters. And the rules are simple, right? Obviously, don't kill other people, don't steal from other people, don't threaten other people. I'm looking at, I'm not going to call his name, but there is a music mogul right now that's going through a lot of issues because he was threatening people and, having his own way with people. And that's why I love this like Me Too movement, the Time's Up movement, because people are realizing that, okay, because there are some people that have money and feel that they can do whatever they want to. And there's some people that need money and do whatever the rich people want them to do. But they're realizing more and more now that their life has value. That even if they were part of the parties and wanted that money, wanted the attention, that they are something new now. And everybody deserves the chance to grow spiritually in their world. So I'm glad that people are coming out now and saying, oh no, this behavior was unacceptable and I'm no longer accepting it in my world and you are not going to do it to anybody else. So there are people that have all these negative things in the world. We see it on the news every day, the killing, the stealing, the most of all, though, the lying, right? Because most of us don't kill and steal, but a lot of us lie, not only to other people, but to ourselves. We lie to other people sometimes. I say in my private life, my personal life, people in my personal life, don't lie to me because if I'm your friend, I want to know everything because I'm going to tell you everything, right? But when you see people that you don't really know, you're talking to them at the airport, you're in line, you can tell that they're lying to you. And most of the time you're like, okay, I don't even want to have this conversation. Why are you not even talking the truth? So there are people that lie to seem more interesting, whatever that means for them, because I don't care, to seem better than you, that they have more education, they've been more places than you, right? And most of them just Googled it and watched a video on YouTube, so that's how they know these fancy places. Thank God for YouTube, you can lie your way through things, and people do that. People lie to save face, to save their reputation, because they have this ego that needs to be filled. But the thing is that an untruth will never reveal truth. Anyone that lies is not living complete truth. And that means their body can't live complete truth, their mind can't live complete truth, and therefore their world can live complete truth. And those are the people I just say, I don't even give them a response because that's what they're looking for, right? They're looking for you to feed their ego and go, oh my God, you went here and you went there. I just go, oh, okay, good, have a plane to catch. And you keep moving on your own because you are living in truth. You have to live authentically as you. You have to live authentically as the God in you. So as you do that now, you realize that you can never forget your value. You can never forget your value, and now you have to behave as an individual with value. You have to now behave as an individual that knows that they have much to contribute in this world. As you do this now, you have to think for yourself, what will the ripple effects of my life be? And not what will people think of me, right? When people think of you, whether they think joy or not, people's opinions have nothing to do with you because they're coming with their experience, they're coming with their hang-ups, their challenges. So you cannot base your light, your joy, on how other people view your light and joy. You control how you carry yourself. You control how you see yourself in this world. And even with people's opinions, did you exhibit love? Did you exhibit love? And here's the real part. Are you exhibiting love equally in every scenario of your life? Some people think that one thing in their life is more important than another or less important, so they don't give it that much focus, not realizing that everything is part of a greater life. Everything is bringing you to a greater life. So you have to be the love that you want to see in the world. Being love in your greatest capacity frees yourself and others from dark places. This is why there's so much war in this world. Even as we speak right here and right now, there is so much war in so many countries because people don't realize that you have to move in love. They want land, they want money, they want slaves, they want whatever they want, but they don't want love. That's not what they are looking for. Can you be that example of love? Can you be free from the darkness of any kind? And darkness comes in many forms. Darkness comes as loneliness, as guilt, regret, as want, as lack. Darkness comes as desperation, as confusion, as indecision. But with all of that, there is still a light in you that sees past all of that. Let the light shine in you. Be that light in great and wonderful ways. And know that as you are that light, as you work with that light, it leads and clears a path to your greater success, to your greater peace of mind, to your greater love. So affirm that with me. The light in me leads a great path to success. The light in me leads a great path to peace of mind. The light in me leads a great path to love. And so now, as Ephesians chapter 5, verse 14 says, awake, sleeper, and arise from the dead, and Christ will shine as the dawn on you and give you light. Friends, today remember that Jesus relied on God, right? Jesus was the Christ, but we are all the Christ self. We are all the Christ representation. We can all demonstrate our Christ self. We can all see that the revelation of God's perfection is a daily practice. You can't just do it on Sunday. You can't just do it in the morning and forget it at night. You have to continue to remind yourself. It's a daily practice of reminding yourself. It's a daily awakening, because every day that you get up and you affirm, I am a rich child of God, you see new ways that you can demonstrate the richness of God. You see new ways that you can awake the dead ambitions, awake the dead motivations, awake the dead expectations of your world, and bring into your life the things that add good to your experience. The things that add good so that you can have it, so that you can be good, so that you can multiply good in your world. Friends, today, I see the dawn of a new day happening in your life. I see a new beginning, the dawn. We talk about dawn, we're talking about a new beginning, a burst of light. I was talking about being on the beach with my best friend. We always talk. That's why we can't be on the phone every day, because we'll end up talking for 2-3 hours. On what? We sometimes don't know. When we look at the time, we're like, I gotta go to sleep, And we're talking, we go for walks at night, and we're talking. We're just like, it's just gonna be 10 minutes, and it's not. But, so we will be out looking at the stars, and then the dawn would happen. Now, the one thing I say about people experiencing at least one dawn in their life is that you look out into the horizon and there is darkness. Darkness. You don't see anything but except the stars maybe, but there is darkness. And then all of a sudden, just in a flash, there is a burst of light signaling the dawn. And that is happening every moment of every day. Somewhere, the sun is coming up for some part of the world. You have to know that this works for your life too. Somewhere, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, there will be a burst of light that will break forth into your new truth, into your new love, into your new potential, into your new strength, into your new intelligence, and it will shine as brightly as it ever did before. And every time there is a revelation within that situation, within your world, it shines more brilliantly than the last. Friends, believe in all that you can be in this universe. Believe in all that you are in and for this universe. Be joy, be light, be love in this world. And constantly, be it consistently and constantly for yourself. And as you do that, it allows others to shine their own light for themselves. Former monk and public speaker and podcast host Jay Shetty once said, consistency is harder when no one is clapping for you. It's harder to be consistent when no one is cheering you on. So that's why you have to be your biggest fan. That's why you have to clap for yourself. That's why you have to know your place in the universe. You have to know your God self in this universe and know that you have the right to experience good, the right to experience love, the right to experience prosperity in your world. But you have to continue telling yourself that this is true about your existence. Every day that you get up, give thanks that you opened your eyes to see another day. Give thanks that you have another opportunity to be the best of God. Give thanks that you have another chance to be the light that eliminates any darkness that your world can ever experience. So would you affirm this last affirmation with me? Fist in the air. I know I have a place in this universe. I have the right to experience good. I have the right to experience love. I have the right to experience prosperity. This is your right here and right now. Just as you're a citizen of any country and you have the right to vote, you have the right to own a house, you have the right to do whatever the parameters of the laws are. The laws of God is that you have a right to success, you have a right to love, you have a right to good. Claim that right everywhere you go. And as you do, you know that as this light within you, you can eliminate any darkness that the world can bring, any cloudy days, any stormy days. You have the light of God within you, and all is well. Thank you so much for listening. I love you, love you, love you. Be blessed. Thank you.